How's it? Today's Saturday, December 9th. It's not Friday, but I am lifting today as if it were Friday because I was dying yesterday. When I woke up pretty early. I woke up at like 7:30. I had a pounding migraine in my head. Like I couldn't sit up straight. My eyes were very sensitive to light and sound, and it was just bad all around. Felt very nauseous during that whole time. And I decided I was gonna wait a little bit, rest a little bit, and see if I could go to the gym a little bit later in the day. And when I woke up, it was 2 o'clock, and I still felt like absolute dookie. I ended up yakking a little bit, and then because of that, I wasn't able to go to work. So yesterday was just a day where I'm just kind of like out for the count. I don't know. It was MIA. When I woke up after my second nap at like 6 p.m., I felt okay. I felt very weak, but hungry. So I ended up eating a bunch of food, and I felt pretty normal. I went out to do some errands, and then like as I was looking around, like my eyes were still very sensitive to light. So it was good that I didn't go to work, but that meant that I didn't train yesterday either. So I'm basically doing what I was supposed to do yesterday today. For what it's worth, I feel completely fine, completely normal today. I don't know. I used to get a lot of migraines when I was a kid. I went to the doctor a lot for that, and it hasn't really happened in years at this point. So I don't know what's causing it to reoccur. I mean, yesterday, but kind of as far as training goes today, trying my best just to hit some decent weights. Like decent is like something that I have to try a little bit for, but something that's not impossible to hit. So today's snatch, I ended up doing 90 for two singles, two singles, and then I did 91 for two singles as well. I also failed at 90 once, and then failed at 91 once. This is my last warm up here at 80. You can see my shoulder's still bothering me a touch, but it's not the worst thing. You'll see here, this is the first one that I miss, but it is a little bit out front, and I basically end up fixing it for this one, and you'll see this is a little bit behind. I end up on my heels quite a bit. Look at that. My second attempt, or I guess my third attempt, my second make was a lot better as far as 90 goes, so I decided to go to 91 for my last lift. I only was aiming to do 3 total sets, I guess 3 total makes, but I ended up doing 4 makes and 6 total sets. Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing that I'm trying to do is look at the way I lift and eliminate my eliminate my excessive upper body pull as much as I can. I think, like, especially examining how I lift now versus to how I lifted in the past. The big thing is that when I was lifting in the past, my upper body wasn't as engaged as it is now, and maybe that's because I wasn't as strong, or it was because some other thing was happening as far as training goes. And I feel like the way I used to lift was a lot cleaner, was a lot more consistent, and so I'm trying to replicate that moving forward. I think the one big thing that is the same for how I lift now versus how I lifted in the past was if I'm able to keep my shoulders over the bar, my chest on top of the bar, then everything else sort of fixes itself. But that's, there's like a spectrum of good, where I'm like under this kind of spectrum where it's on the left side is good and the right side is good, but right in the middle is like different styles of technique and stuff like that. That's not a good way of explaining it, but you can still have good technique while still having some variation as far as it goes. But I'm trying to be as consistent as I can moving forward. My jerks today for my clean and jerks were a little bit weird. I don't know. Some of them were a little bit more painful on my shoulder. They're not as quick as I had wanted them to be, but I don't know. 110 for 3 singles, all pretty easy. The clean especially was very easy. I think if you look at the second lift on my clean, my second clean and jerk, I guess, my clean, the kind of aggression and the speed that I generate through the extension part was really unexpected. So watch this here. Like, I was not expecting the bar to go that high. But I think from a technical standpoint, I think that is kind of how I want to execute moving forward. I think the third rep was, honestly, I don't even remember. But I think that the second rep was really solid. Let's look at this one here. Yeah, a little bit forward, but very similar to what I'm trying to do. And then this jerk was probably not as good. Today, what I really wanted to do, if I was supposed to lift yesterday, what I really wanted to do today was do my sumo deadlifts and then bench press, because that's the way I used to train. But I didn't have time to do that today. Ordinarily, I would front squat on the Friday and then do my 2 like deadlift and bench on the Saturday. But because I don't have time for any of those items, I decided to just do some split squats here. Like, I don't want to add something in that's so close to Monday that's lifting heavy that I haven't done in a while. So that's basically me saying that I'm not going to front squat today. And then again, I didn't have enough time to deadlift or do the bench press. I think benching is going to help my shoulder. It might hurt it. I don't know. We'll see. But I never had any shoulder issues when I was benching, literally ever. So that is something that I think might be valuable. So finished off with some pull-ups and some GHD sit-ups. As far as it goes, I mean, today was good. It was a successful day of training. I think that I came in with a goal of lifting okay weights, and I did that pretty well. So moving forward, I hope to see kind of marked improvements on my shoulder mobility and everything like that. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.